In the carefully managed theater of a congressional hearing, every word, every procedure, and every interruption carries weight. But what happens when the procedure itself becomes the message? We are about to dissect a moment that seems mundane on the surface, a series of procedural requests, but is, in fact, a sharp-edged tool of political combat. The central question we'll explore is this: how can the driest rules of Congress be transformed into a potent weapon for shaping public opinion? Let's look at the key exchange that reveals everything.
Madam Chair, I have a unanimous consent.
Without objection.
Thank you so much. This is just from a couple of hours ago. Trump pivots to distractions as polls show collapsing support for his agenda.
Without objection, so ordered.
The next one is Donald Trump's approval rating plunges in multiple polls.
Without objection, so
The next
ordered.
one, Donald Trump's approval rating. New polls show shakeup over Iran bombing.
Without objection, so ordered.
The next one, Trump's approval rating drops to term low amid Israel-Iran war.
Without objection, so ordered. I hope you're not reading the same thing from your phone, which it looked like. I now recognize.
clarification-
I now recognize Mr. Lynch from Massachusetts for 5 minutes.
I just want to clarify. I can give you the sources because
Mr. Lynch is recognized. Ms. Crockett, you're rudely interrupting Mr. Lynch's 5 minutes.
Well,
I've
Ms.
already said without objection, so ordered.
Okay, then there we go. And we'll make
Mr.
sure you got it.
Lynch is recognized, Ms. Crockett, for 5 minutes. Thank you.
At first glance, this might seem like a simple, repetitive act. Representative Jasmine Crockett reads a series of headlines about Donald Trump's falling poll numbers. Each time, she asks for unanimous consent to enter them into the record. And each time, the chair formally agrees with the phrase, "Without objection, so ordered." But this is not just reading the news. This is a deliberate strategy. By entering these headlines into the official congressional record, she is permanently embedding a narrative of political decline into a formal government document. The strategy is to use the legitimacy of the hearing to validate and amplify a specific political message. The interruptions are just as strategic. The comment, "I hope you're not reading the same thing from your phone," is a subtle attempt to delegitimize the action, framing it as informal and unprofessional rather than a serious procedural move. The subsequent attempts to cut her off by recognizing another speaker are a clear effort to halt her momentum and regain control of the hearing's narrative. This exchange highlights two core themes. First, the weaponization of procedure, where the rules intended for orderly debate are used as tools for political messaging. Second, it is a raw battle for narrative control, where one side methodically builds a case on the record while the other side tries to shut it down. This moment in the hearing is a microcosm of a much larger trend in modern politics. Congressional hearings are no longer just forums for legislative inquiry. They have become content creation studios for the digital age. The primary audience is often not the other members in the room, but the millions of potential viewers on social media. Think of the congressional record as a form of official government archive. By placing these headlines there, they are no longer just fleeting news items. They become part of the historical account of that day's proceedings, available for future reference and use in campaign ads, articles, and social media posts. It's like a lawyer ensuring a crucial piece of evidence is formally admitted in a trial, not just for the jury to see now, but so it can be cited in all future arguments and appeals. So, what are the key takeaways from all of this? First, congressional procedures, like unanimous consent, have been transformed from simple administrative tools into platforms for political performance. Second, the objective was not to debate policy, but to construct and officially document a specific narrative of an opponent's weakness. And third, the interruptions and procedural roadblocks were not random acts of frustration. They were a deliberate counter-strategy to stop that narrative from being successfully built. This leaves us with a critical question about the state of our political discourse. Is this kind of political theater a necessary tool for cutting through the noise and holding figures accountable? Or does it erode the serious, deliberative purpose of these governmental institutions? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this analysis helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video.